Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. This week was quite the experience, and I'm not just talking about the drama surrounding the wedding. Because the tempo again kind of drove me crazy. After the dramatic wedding bombshells on Monday, we dropped the repercussions for 2 days in order to get through some quite boring episodes. Now let's get started with this week's Days of Our Lives. This week seems to have gone better, in my opinion, if the major wedding plot had been interwoven with stories of Beverett and Connie instead of veering in and out and leaving Monday's riveting threads hanging for days. Although I had a great time on Thursday and Friday, the wedding stalled after that. However, by Friday, the way they incorporated Eric, Nicole, and Holly into the wedding drama impressed me a little. Maggie offers to take Holly in, and Eric and Justin compare accounts about how their sons were taken from them and given back. I suppose Eric is leaving with Nicole after all, although I'm not sure if this is a long-term arrangement. Nevertheless, we now know. They're going, Holly is staying, and EJ is once again being like a total jerk. Which is, to be honest, my preferred EJ. Petty, spiteful, and deceitful. And not in the slightest bit vicious. More than anything else, his altercation with Eric paved the way for Nicole to leave. Furthermore, his Holly threat was vile and completely unkind. That child is Stefano's now. Even still, I was a little surprised that Eric's murder of Daniel is still a well-kept secret. Holly, has she never inquired about her father? Never looked up his fate online? Everybody in her life and the town knows. It was a little odd. The wedding event was, as one might anticipate, a huge success. Here is a link to our photo gallery from the big day. The Xander/Alex switch reveal was rather forced by Fiona, and Justin carrying the letter she wrote with him was a bit of a plot device, but it was still entertaining. When all was said and done, there was Teresa's mounting fear, Alex's rage at realizing what she had done, and Xander, Maggie, and Sarah pulling together. I enjoyed myself. And those three, together with Victoria, and maybe Holly now, are creating a familial unit that I'm really enjoying. Although I'm excited for Xander and Sarah to move into the mansion, you should know that this narrative is only getting started because of Fiona's alcoholism, her deceit, and her time spent in an institution. Furthermore, Paul Telfer and Lindsay Godfrey both assured that the experience will be an intense emotional gut hit. The show's Gwens and Teresas aren't simple-cut characters. Additionally, I thought Emily O'Brien's portrayal of Teresa, in which she turned around to confront what she had done and pleaded with Maggie to accompany her to the police station, was simply amazing and managed to keep her feeling so achingly human. Alex gives Teresa a menacing look in the Kiriakis' estate. Brady is behind him, his hands tucked into his pockets. Even if I still don't like Alex, I do hope that this will make him less of a nutcase and curb his most annoying habits. He is not binary, once more. I still think Wally Kurth and Justin's performances are amazing, and his reconciliation and apologies to Justin were long deserved. I was going to mention that this week's handling of relapse was considerably inferior to how the strike authors wrote it with Teresa. Since Brady and Fiona are both in recovery from alcoholism, their respective relapses, to the point of blacking out, should not and would not have been met with a straightforward oops, oh well in real life. I'm prepared to give it a shot to see how effectively they play it, though, since it appears that it's not over and that it's going to get more serious as they drag each other deeper into addiction as of Friday. Furthermore, it may be hilarious to watch Brady and Fiona wreck each other's lives. It was funny to watch his dismay and spit take when he realized Fiona was Xander's mother. At the Salem Inn, Fiona is dressed in a robe and is offering aspirin and water. From bed, a drowsy and partially nude Brady stares up at her. Suddenly, I could imagine Tate and Holly carrying out their summertime covert trysts. His mother is going to pass away, her mother is going to pass away, and his father is going to go into a drunken stupor. However, perhaps Teresa being imprisoned will be sufficient to bring Tate back. And now that Teresa and Nicole are out of the picture, is it really necessary for them to skulk around? Somewhere else I'm kind of amazed by how fast Bobby became apparent to everyone. In the hospital, he was excellent at first, but after that, he was careless and moved too quickly and forcefully to put Everett in a position where he could come back in touch with Jada. Thank heavens, after just one session, Marlena recognized something wasn't right. Otherwise, she would come across as utterly inept. Gabby has her arms crossed and is facing Connie in a hospital room. Rafe is connected to a ventilator and is unconscious. Regarding Connie and Gabby, you two are in danger. Was Gabby really going to let Connie in so quickly? I understand that she's grieving and under stress, which may affect your perception, but there is nothing about Connie that does not scream red flag. Oh my god! You are my favorite, I just want to be close to you, I'll help you without getting paid, and, oh, yes, I was just in your brother's room since evidently that was the best spot to look for you following his stabbing by an unidentified perpetrator. Run away from me. Gabby. However, Connie will continue to stir up issues by hanging around for a while. Spoilers for next week even suggest that she might be pursuing Ava for some reason. Even though Sherry Jimenez had some lovely things to say about Rafe and Galen Gehring, which gives us hope that he will stay, Rafe's future is still uncertain. Xander confronted his mother across the square, accusing her of lying to him all of his life. Fiona stated that she had remained silent because she didn't want to offend her husband Titus by coming clean. Xander questioned why, in the wake of Titus's death, she hadn't come clean. After Titus's death, Fiona acknowledged she had been consumed by grief and alcohol and had not been able to address the situation. Reminding Fiona that he had also been grieving, Xander would not hear his mother's justifications anymore. Xander demanded that he and Sarah carry out the ceremony after Fiona left. Sarah recommended they get home and reassured Xander that she was fine with their waiting. Xander told her to stay with Maggie and went off on his own for a while. After discussing the events with Maggie alone, Sarah promised that she would support Xander no matter what happened. Leo came up to Andrew and asked him what part Teresa had played in the day's events, but Andrew dismissed him. Later, Leo offered some of the wedding cake that Teresa and Alex had not yet used to an irate Sonny and Paul, helping himself to a large slice. Teresa was in her room preparing a luggage when Andrew arrived. He confronted her about her real reason for assisting Constantine in capturing Victoria. Teresa cried as she implored Andrew to reveal her involvement in the abduction. He expressed his disappointment in his sister while pledging he would not. Paul texted Brady to check in while he was in the bar, but Brady disregarded it. When Ava came downstairs, he was still drinking. Ava joined Brady at the table, complaining that she needed a vacation from DiMera business. After observing Brady drinking, she suggested that he speak with his sponsor. Brady said that he had just left a double wedding where his sponsor, Maggie, was attending. Ava was right to assume that Brady was still in love with Teresa when he revealed that he had departed following Alex and Teresa's vows. Ava shared her own post-breakup struggles with Brady, and the two of them commiserated about their own failed relationships. After a while, Ava stood up to head back to her room, and Brady asked if he might come along. Ava was intrigued, but she declined, pointing out that there might be issues with her supervisor, Kristen. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.